Hi guys, it's Mydogrexl here, bringing you another best defense against ... video. Today I'll be showing you the best defense against the fried liver attack for black. So let's start. E4, A5, knight F3, knight C6, and bishop C4 is the Italian game. Black has three options here. The first one, which is my favourite, it's called the Blackbourne-shilling gambit. It's also a trap. You move your knight to D4, and if white thinks, oh yeah, I can take this E5 pawn for free, you spring the trap with queen G5, and if they think this F7 pawn's weak, I can take and fork the rook and the queen, and they do that, you can take on G2 here. White has two options here. They can either take the rook here and think, oh yeah, we'll be even on material, but they're wrong because queen takes H1 check, bishop has to block because the knight's guarding E2, queen takes E4 check, and if the bishop blocks again with E2, knight takes C2 check is very good because white has to give up their queen unless they want to get checkmated if they move the king to F1, and it's queen H1 checkmate. The second option is they'll think, oh yeah, I'll hold on to my rook and grab their rook later with rook F1, and then you play queen takes E4 check, and believe it or not, the best move here is actually queen E2, because then takes, because if they don't play that, if they play bishop back to E2, they'll think, oh yeah, that's fine, but it's actually not, because smother mate here with knight F3 checkmate, because the bishop can't take this knight because the queen's eyeing down on it, and the king doesn't have any squares to move, so it's a very nice smothered checkmate. So that's the Blackbourne-shilling gambit, my favourite. The second option here is the two knights defense, but you have to be very careful not to fall into the fried liver attack trap. So knight F6, knight G5, D5, E takes D5, and don't play knight takes D5 because then white can spring the fried liver attack trap, which is knight takes F7, king takes F7, queen F3, king E8, and then bishop takes D5, and black has to play queen D7, or else they're gonna get mated, or they're gonna lose their knight or their rook. And it's a lot better for white because they're up a pawn and they've got two very active good as pieces, the light square bishop and their queen out, so that's much better for white. Instead of taking with your knight, you play knight A5, they're forced to either retreat to E2, and then you can kick their knight away, kick it again, and then get that pawn, or they can play bishop B5 check, then you just block with C, D takes C, B takes C, and then the same thing will happen again, forcing that knight around. Or their third option is to move it back to B3, then you can just take it, and then ultimately the knight's just going to get kicked around like before. So if you play it well, you can actually have a good advantage here. And then if they try to defend their knight, you'll play this nice pushing move, because if they take, you can take here and attack. So that's very good for black. The third option here, it's alright, but it's not my favourite. You can play after bishop c4. If you just want to get rid of the whole fried liver thing, you can just play h6, but then you have to watch out for some kingside fishing poles and stuff like that. But if you just want to shut it out, that's a good option. Or you can just keep developing and it'll be a pretty even game from there. And my favourite option, as I said before, is the Blackbourne-shilling gambit, because it leads to a trap and then you can get a quick kill, which is good. Nice quick games. This has been Mydogrexl here with the best defense against ... video. Thanks for watching. Bye.